Dog, I almost shed a tear. Like this was incredible. The score here, the voice performances, just the sheer sincerity of this moment. This is what being Spider-Man is all about. And the fact that Lonnie is the one teaching Spider-Man this lesson is insane. And yes, it was a very clear and obvious parallel to this moment in No Way Home when he's about to kill Green Goblin, but Tobey Maguire Spider-Man stops him. Lonnie tells him, look, this isn't you. You gotta stop, bro. Which is funny because Lonnie, bro, take your own advice. I guess those who can't do teach. But that's what makes this show so damn special because of the writing. They take our expectations, flip it on its head, give us something fresh that still feels familiar and pays homage to every iteration of Spider-Man. Like when Spidey fights Daredevil, it's very similar to how he fights Cap, but flipped on his head a little bit. But then the next episode gets even crazier because we find out Norman Osborn has been using his students to create a bridge to space, which by the way, it looks like we found Clintar, which is the home planet of symbiotes. And yeah, that makes this thing some type of symbiote. Not Venom, but I knew the tendrils gave this away that it was a symbiote. And seeing Strange pull up with them things on him, but finding out that this is like a time loop like Dormammu, I've come to bargain. So when Doctor Strange fights that thing, he actually goes back in time. And this spider was developed at Oscorp using Peter's blood. So where the fuck do his powers come from? Himself? But anyway, they get everything stopped and Peter and Doctor Strange have a really cool relationship. One that they should have in the movies, honestly. And this scene again reminded me of that scene when Mysterio talks to Peter in Far From Home. But then we get the Watcher doing what he does best, creeping on everyone in the damn multiverse. We get the return of Daredevil. But then we learn that Finesse, the daughter of Taskmaster, has been working for Norman Osborn this entire time, and that's why Daredevil was tipped off. And oh yeah, Daredevil is a D1 aura farmer because there was no need to flip like that right now. What are we talking about? And then we see Lonnie toss his varsity jacket into the trash, which not only mirrors Spider-Man No More, but that coupled with the fact that his fingers are starting to turn gray, are teasing his turn as Tombstone. If it's anything like the Zeb Wells fight, it's gonna be a brutal fight. And we gotta get more Daredevil if Tombstone is coming around too. But it turns out Nico's been keeping secrets too. I wonder if her parents are gonna play a role in next season because they're villainous. And I wonder how Peter's gonna feel knowing that Nico's been keeping a secret this whole time. And of course, a sliver of the symbiote was left behind at Oscorp that Norman discovers. We already know he's eventually gonna turn into the Green Goblin in this universe at some point because we saw his glider. But I wonder what plans he has for this. Then we see Octavius in his cell drawing up his arms. And this is just a great tease. I really hope they actually give him 8 arms. But then we see that Richard Parker is alive, Peter Parker's dad, and he's locked up. They won't let him out. What did you do? But not only that, he's voiced by Josh Keaton. Living on the edge, fighting crime, spinning webs. And we even see an old family photo of Mary Parker, Richard, and Peter when he was like 6. Please be better than the TASM movies. Please be better than the TASM movies. And to top it all off, we get a fire swinging sequence to end it. This show just understands, man, we need a final swing sequence. I know it's easy to shit on the MCU version of Spider-Man, which I still love those movies. But what this show did was take what it already had with the MCU Spider-Man shows and was able to make it better. Plus the teases to other villains like Bentley Whitmore, who's the Fantastic Four villain, the Wizard, and all of the other characters that are going to end up being superpowered in the future. The potential for the next 2 seasons is top tier. And I don't think it's crazy to say that this cast is better than this cast. We're not just going to disrespect my GOAT Ned Leeds like that, but everybody and their mama knows that this is actually Genki. This is not Ned Leeds. So I don't think it's crazy to say that this friendship is catching up. And again, the title cards for these episodes are paying homage to classic comic covers. They don't miss. Overall, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is on the right trajectory. If the next 2 seasons can keep up this pace, it's going to easily end up being the best Spider-Man animated show ever. Man, I'm excited for season 2. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow if I'm out.